Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to the library. I hope you guys are well. Let's get to it and start reading our books. The first one we're going to read is called Hector and Hummingbird. So, Hector and Hummingbird by Nicholas John Frith. Ooh, and the pictures in this are so colorful and so beautiful. I really want you paying close attention to the details of the illustrations because, kind of in the background in the illustrations, are a whole bunch of different animals that I think you'll be excited to discover. So pay attention with your eyes. Here we go. Hector and the Hummingbird. Deep in the mountains of Peru lived a bear called Hector and a hummingbird called Hummingbird. They were the best of friends. Mostly. But sometimes Hector got cross with Hummingbird. Whenever Hector just wanted a nice quiet snack, Hummingbird wouldn't stop talking. Hey, Hector, is that a custard apple? I love custard apples. I'm going to eat this one. Oh, no, I'm going to eat that one. Shall I eat your one? Hector. Hector! And whenever Hector wanted a nice, quiet scratch on a tree, Hummingbird wouldn't stop copying him. Hey, Hector, are you scratching? I'm going to scratch too. Aw, you got the scratchiest tree. Look, I'm the best scratcher, aren't I? Hector? Hector! And whenever Hector just wanted a nice, quiet nap in the branches, Hummingbird wouldn't leave him alone. Hey, Hector, are you asleep? Shall I sleep too? Move over. Actually, no, I'm not going to sleep. Shall I tell you a story? I tell really good stories. Hector! Hector! One day, Hector had enough. Arr! Cried Hector. Leave me alone! Hector stomped off into the jungle. I'm going to find a bit of peace and quiet. Hummingbird was sad. He'd never known Hector was cross with him. He decided he'd better follow and find out why. Hey, Hector! What's peace and quiet? Is it in the jungle and can I help you look for it? Stop following me, said Hector. I want to be on my own. So Hummingbird stopped following him. Mostly. Hector walked deep into the jungle. At last, he was on his own. He felt very excited, but a little odd. Maybe he was just hungry. Ooh, take a look at those pictures. There's some really, really, really great animals in there. Do you see them? Are you looking? So Hector picked a custard apple and sat down to have a nice quiet snack. The fruit was sweet and delicious, but it felt funny eating it on his own. Hummingbird would really like this custard apple, thought Hector. He doesn't look so happy there, does he? Next, Hector found what looked like the scratchiest tree in the jungle. He settled down to have a nice, quiet scratch. But it felt funny scratching on his own. Hummingbird would love scratching on this tree, sighed Bear. Dark fell, and Hector settled down for a nap. The jungle was noisy at night and a bit scary. Hector couldn't sleep. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Arr, arr, arr. Eek, eek, eek. I wish Hummingbird were here, snuffled Hector. He could really tell me a good story. A story? Yay! You should have said. I love telling stories. Once upon a time. Hummingbird, cried Hector. You're here. I missed you. I missed you too, except I was here all along. Here all along? Said Hector. I thought I told you not to follow me. But why? Because you never stop talking. I'm just being friendly. And you're always copying me. You always have really good ideas. Oh, said Hector. Really? Just then, Hector had his best idea yet. Hummingbird, can you copy me now by being really, really quiet? Absolutely. And he did. Mostly. Hey, Hector, this is fun, isn't it? We're really, really quiet, aren't we? I love being quiet, don't you? Hector? Hector? Hummingbird is never quiet, is he? That's kind of a cute one, isn't it? Hector and Hummingbird. Oh, boys and girls, did you all pay close attention to the illustrations and maybe in the background see some other types of animals beside a bear or a hummingbird? Ooh, look at in the back of this book. They show all the other animals that were in the story, kind of hidden in the background. I saw the macaw. Did you? And there was a leaf cutter ant in there, and a Brazilian tapir, a blue morpho butterfly, and a Hercules beetle. Ooh, a centipede, a toucan, some tree snakes. Oh, I saw that jaguar. Did you? The jaguar, the iguana and a grasshopper. Ooh, a flat-faced fruit-eating bat. And oh yeah, the woolly monkey. Kind of fun that they had all those animals in there. Hector and the hummingbird. And the second book we are going to read today is called Joseph Had a Little Overcoat by Sims Tabak. And oh, look at this. It's a Caldecott winner. It has a medal on it. And the person who did the illustrations for this book won a medal because they think the illustrations are so good. So Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. You guys know what an overcoat is, right? This is an overcoat. Joseph had a little overcoat. It was old and worn. So he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair. Boys and girls, are you noticing that this book is a cutout book? And it changes from a coat now, from an overcoat to a jacket. Joseph had a little jacket. It got old and worn. So he made a vest out of it and danced at his nephew's wedding. Joseph had a little vest and it got worn. So he made a scarf out of it and sang in the men's chorus. Joseph had a little scarf and it got old and worn. Are you thinking what he could make out of his scarf? So he made a necktie out of it and went to visit his married sister in the city. Joseph had a little necktie, and it got old and worn. So he made a handkerchief out of it and drank a glass of hot tea with lemon. Joseph had a little handkerchief, and it got old and warm. It got old and warm. So he made a button out of it. Ooh, that's really hard to see, but there it is. And used it to fasten his suspenders. Joseph had a little button, and one day he lost it. Now he had nothing. So Joseph made a book about it, which shows you can always make something out of nothing. Ooh, I like that. You can always make something out of nothing. Ooh, and look at the back of the book there. Look at all those pretty buttons. I like that one. And the last book we're going to read today is just a teeny tiny book, and it's just kind of fun. It's kind of like an art book. It talks about art because we're going to be talking about colors. So it's called Mouse Paint. And I know the book is really tiny. I want you to pay attention to the pictures here. Here we go. Once there were 3 white mice on a white piece of paper. The cat couldn't find them. One day, while the cat was asleep, the mice saw 3 jars of paint, one red, one yellow, and one blue. They thought it was mouse paint, and they climbed right in. Then one was red, one was yellow, and one was blue. They dripped puddles of paint onto the paper. The puddles looked like fun. The red mouse stepped into a yellow puddle and did a little dance. His red feet stirred the yellow puddle until... Do you guys know what's going to change? Red and yellow make... Do you know? Look, he cried. Red feet in a yellow puddle make orange. The yellow mouse hopped into a blue puddle. His feet mixed and stirred and stirred and mixed until... Ooh, boys and girls, do you know blue and yellow make... Do you know? Look down, said the red mouse and the blue mouse. Yellow feet in a blue puddle make green. Then the blue mouse jumped into a red puddle. He splashed and mixed and danced until... Do you know? It's my favorite color. Purple! They shouted. Blue feet in a red puddle make purple. But the paint on their fur got sticky and stiff. So they washed themselves down to a nice, soft white. Ooh, friends, look at what water they used to clean themselves off. C-A-T spells cat. It looks like they're in the cat's water bowl. And they painted the paper instead. They painted one part red and one part yellow and one part blue. They mixed red and yellow paint to paint an orange part. And they mixed yellow and blue to paint a green part, and blue and red paint to get a purple part. But they left some white because of the cat. I don't think they wanted to be found by the cat. That's a good one. I like that. It helps you learn how to mix colors to get new colors. I like that one. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to go for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.